you live in a family life. Graduated, you become a social worker,
Mm-hmm.
realtor. You're doing all these things. You're parenting,
Mm-hmm.
and then you become a YouTuber. How did that happen?
How did I become a YouTuber? It's just another trend. Number one, there's two things. Two things. I think I wanted to do YouTube, number one, but the Country Wayne skits came on. I'm gonna be very honest with you with this. The Country Wayne skits came on. I've always wanted to do YouTube. And then again, like you ask God question, what should I do on YouTube? I don't want to do any old thing on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the skits started coming on. And I saw these skits and I said, you know what? Wayne has something. And I don't know if he knows what he has. Because he started to do those skits from before he had the other channels, and like he was doing a bunch of different skits, and him they have Jesse Lyris running from before, and whatever it is, and him and Jesse Lyris and him and Chantel, and yeah, could God's way as far back when. And I said, you know what, Wayne have something because he's starting to bring up real topics. Yes. And the skits were very topical, which was very, very nice. And I felt like the topics were
relatable,
very insightful, and very relatable, because I was like, find myself, like I said, what, you can't have this happening. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should comment on these skits. So I said, all right, fine. I'm gonna just react to the skits then. So I started reacting to the skits, right? Get cussed out.
Of course.
So the first channel, the YouTube.
That's how you break. That's your breakthrough right there. That's how you break into it.
The first channel got cussed out. People say, look at how you're stealing his content and you're doing this. And I said, guys, the truth is I'm actually spreading Wayne into the algorithm. And they didn't understand what was going on.
Absolutely.
But I kind of knew what was going on. The more of the review channels we do, the more spread out the name Kountry Wayne is in the YouTube algorithm.
It really is.
Which makes him more popular. So I was like, you know what? Should I worry about these people that are complaining about this, or just say that, you know what, I'm going to just do this thing where it benefits people who watch it, whether if they want to talk about this, them can talk about it live and react to it. And, we have conversations about little things. And so that was kind of the thing. And the rest was just history. So I did it for a while. And then the YouTube platform was very strict back then. So it would flag it every 2 seconds. It would have flagged this and it flagged this video. And you have to clean up this video. And you have to clean that video up. And then eventually, I had to pretty much eventually them strike the whole channel off.
What?
YouTube take up the entire channel.
Yeah, that's just
right. So then demonetize the channel. But that was the earliest stages of all of this that y'all are doing with the Kountry Wayne skits. That was the earliest channel. So Oneil, I forgot you. Oneil was a scapegoat.
Yes.
That's what's going on.
You walk so all these people could run. Yeah.
Right. So I was a sacrificial lamb for all of this stuff. So my channel gets struck in total. So I had to kill the channel, right? Wow. And once I killed the channel, then I said, okay, you know what? I said, I don't want to do this again because I feel like it's not enough. And then me even stop watching the shows. And then eventually I said, no, Oneil, you can't do that. I mean, it's bigger than you. It's just bigger than you. And I just think that's why, you just do it well. You just do it well. And so I recreated the channel again and then started again, but say, you know what? I'm going to change the format as to how I do things on it. Then the platform got a bit more friendlier. And then as the platform got more friendly, I said, all right, you know what? I'm going to start now going into more lives, because then when you do the lives, then it's more of the video that you're seeing, and then the watch time. So I was talking to you about watch time. That's where I get some of them things there from, because you kind of learn it. So that's why I say, don't waste the time learning it. I'll tell you, just watch time. You need watch time. You don't need education. Yes. It's too costly. So you need watch time. So basically that was what was going on until eventually now we created this whole entire thing. And so, I'm say, you know what? No, I wanted the platform to be somewhere where we could sit down and talk about these kids, but talk with it from an educational standpoint, and then integrated more social work into it and all of that. So it's just, that's really what it is.
Yeah, because I okay, so let me just get into one of the main storylines that you do review on, and that's the
Amber,
love triangle between Amber, Sheila, and Anthony. So let's just give an overview of what the storyline is, so people in the audience, just in case they don't know, so they can have a better understanding. Because when we get into more context, we need more context to what we talk about. So Amber, Anthony, Sheila. Where did we start? Lord Jesus. Anthony and Amber. Anthony and Sheila were best friends. Okay, let's start there. Amber married to Anthony. Okay, and so Shayla had feelings for Anthony. She been fantasizing about Anthony. You know, while she was still with Kountry Wayne's brother Arby. She was still fantasizing about Anthony. Of them, to the point where she went to bed one time. Okay, let's put two together, you guys. She had this overall obsession of wanting to be where Amber was, because I think she was a bit. No, she was envious of Amber. Amber was a businesswoman. She came in with her style and grace that she has now. She came with style. Even I didn't like Amber at the time either. She got an issue with her at the back then too. But anyway, Shayla had deep rooted envy towards Amber, but Amber couldn't see it because she's very trusting. People could say she's dumb and naive, but at the same time she's just really trusting. She feels she's very loyal to a fault. So she really took her friendship with Shayla very seriously. But Shayla, on the back end, was conniving. She was strategic and calculating to the point where during the process of planning Amber's wedding, she tried on her wedding dress. And so these things were just building up. And so I'm trying to add some cliff notes to it. Oneil, help me out.
All right, so let me add a part to it. So there's another context that I'd give you another piece of the context.
Yes.
Another part of this entire story is this. Amber was also not really, she was looking for a husband, but she was not looking for a husband. Does that make sense? Meaning that she have this boyfriend and she has Wayne as a person she knows. Okay. Now, one of the things why Shayla got so upset as well too is because in Shayla's mind, Amber would just get these men. She couldn't get these men, but Amber would just off the fly, not be doing anything. Amber was living in the mood of
envious.
Just there you go. She was in this ominous mood. So that's what it is. So Amber would get these particular men. Now, one of the things with Amber I think one of the things Shayla had seen as well, to which I'm gonna give something here, is that she felt like Amber was abusing getting these men. And so she's like, you know what? You don't even care for any of these men at all, but they're just still flocking you.
They're still
so that's another piece of what was going on with the whole Amber and Shayla idea. So there's a lot to it. Now, of course, Shayla is extremely envious, and eventually, of course, she swings way to the side of whatever it is. But a lot of it got triggered by a lot of those things. You know what I mean? Like she just could not get the idea that Amber was getting all of this attention. You know what I mean? And she just don't believe Amber must get this attention. Was Anthony looking for a wife? I think not necessarily Anthony felt that Amber was a nice girl, but over time, I'm still trying to
figure that out. I'm still trying to figure out how her and Anthony got to. I still think he was rebounded from Ro. I mean, I'm like, how did they get together?
He was, and I think as time went by, he felt she was a younger version. You know what I mean, of all of that, and so it's like he's starting to fall in love with this younger woman who is representing the things that he's looking for.
Oh, gotcha. So okay,
so that's where I grasp on that.
Right. I can see that. So they just had, because to me, their marriage was not built on love. The love was not the foundation of this marriage. It was a sham to begin with.
So hold on. So Gigi in the comments is rightfully saying what she's saying. Yes, Amber was more looking for marriage from Wayne. That is true. She wanted Wayne to marry her, but Wayne would marry her because as you've seen, Wayne is a player. So and so again, relatable story, because the girl who is the nicest in the community is always going after the player when there's a Carlton somewhere that she could marry, and she could have a wonderful life, but she says, you know what, I don't want Carlton, I'm gonna deal with Wayne, because I feel like Wayne is the catch, even though Wayne has 10 different girls and you notice that 10 different girls are around. So I need the thing that everybody wants.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the same thing I said, Gigi. That's kind of a rebound situation. Like, even if you're saying like, okay, this is what you miss, it's still a ulterior it's a motive there. It's not based on love. That's my point. It's not based on love. Love was not the foundation. They both had ulterior motives as to why they wanted to live this dream, and like you said, and how we always say that Amber wants to live upon this image of being married. She wants that,
perfect lifestyle.
She wants the lifestyle, but not necessarily the marriage or what it takes to be married, because it's just the image of, she wants to, I just think she wants to have that married life, but not really just the image of it all. Because like, why would you still want to continue to endure what you endure right now? What point are you proving? You know, that's why I said you're using your relationship with God as a crutch. And like I said, I'm not saying that is anything wrong with, because I'm, you know, I take my relationship with God very seriously, but not to the point where I'm going to subject myself to a toxic relationship or because you took vows. I mean, if someone broke those vows, you know, I mean, what point are you proving at this point? Like, you can't continue to say, oh, God wants this for me. No, you want this for yourself. You gotta, there's a difference between conforming to what God wants and to conforming to what you want, and to what your desires are.
You're right, but that's tradition for you again, because again, we are given these traditions through Christianity and through and I'm gonna say Christianity because that's what the main denomination of most Black people are. So we're given these particular things through Christianity. We're given these codes and things to live by, and so what we tend to do is get subjected to them. You want to see it, you want to see it a lot, you'll see a lot of it in Jamaican culture. It's now breaking from the culture now, but there are certain things in Jamaican culture. Oh, you can't do this on a Sunday. Oh, you can't do this on a Monday, and you're bounded by this religious thing. So what Amber is doing, you know, is a part of that. There's a lot of religion element that's in there, where religion sometimes bound us to our own demise.
Yes, and that's it. That's it right there. But I want to respond to Gigi's question. Tell me, why did you have a problem with my Amber? Because she didn't play anybody. She just tried to steal somebody. No, she didn't. She just tried to steal nobody's husband. Amber was a lot of women. Amber was a lot of women in the world trying to find love in one place. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because Amber was not this wholesome, you know, Christian that she was. She started off conniving. She came into this world very conniving. She was well put together. Yes, she was a businesswoman. Yes, she came in as Mike's high school sweetheart. And do you remember she was messing around with Mike when Mike was with Ro? I mean, do we forget that part?
People don't remember those parts. That's what I'm saying to you. So I'm saying to you,
Amber. Y'all love herself some Amber, but also, you know, Amber also condoned Ernestine cheating on her own cousin. Remember, she knew, and I don't even think Jay even knows, even to this day, that she was aware that Ernestine was cheating. Because remember, it was in the gym or something like that, and she was like, "Oh, if you're gonna step out on my cousin, you need to cheat up." Oh, but this is your girl, though. This is your girl.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
So yes, she was a snake. You know, and you know, and don't forget that, you know, Amber just happened to just been messing around with Rose Sloppy Seconds as well, because with Mike, then it was Wayne, and Wayne. Oh, remind you, Amber got with Wayne to get back at Mike because she felt some kind of way about Mike when she stood up there and made this speech, because she felt like she was giving the tail end, because Amber was the one that kind of put Mike on into the business aspect, you know, to kind of get him more into the entrepreneurial space.
Right. Her character has evolved.
Right. And so, you know, she felt some kind of way because when he did his speech one time and he acknowledged Ro who was his girlfriend at the time, she felt some kind of way. And that's when, you know, she started kissing on Wayne and started messing around with Wayne to get back at Mike. So yes, so your girl was conniving, yes.
She got her way. That's why I said to you, she was doing a lot of those things. Where do you think Shayla got some of the things from? Amber was actually had Shayla under her wing. She was teaching Shayla a lot of things. She just didn't realize she was teaching those things, but she was. Now, as she went into the marriage, and whatever happened with the Wayne thing happened, over time, Amber started to get better and better as she came by. She started to become a better person at certain things. You know what I mean? So that's what the Amber character is. And maybe that's why people love the Amber and love to hate the Amber character, because of her transformation through whatever it is. The character has been transforming. So whoever writing the character is transforming the character from one place to the next. If you notice today, when she spoke to Anthony, what did she do? She make sure she double back and say, Anthony, me know you.
Yes.
That's a different Amber. The first time Amber would have been an Amber would say, okay, all right, if him said that, so, you know, it's just nonchalant. It would be very, very nonchalant.
And also, I'm gonna piggyback what you said about Amber's transformation. Yes, she has evolved. But she regressed. She regressed as well. But I'm gonna get back to that, because it's disappointing how she's regressing. Because before, like she evolved from the conniving person that she was. But just because you evolve, and we all have to learn from this, just because you work on a better version of yourself, doesn't mean you ain't going to experience any karma from what you did before.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
it doesn't mean you're not going to suffer. You're not exempt from consequences just because you decided to change. You know, you just have to know how to endure your consequences. You have to sit in that. You got to lay in that bed that you made. You know,
that's correct.
But continue to grow in the process, though. Continue to grow in the process, right? But she had to lay in that bed that she made. And so, yes, she's evolved. And at the same time, you know, but she also became more gullible. She was like, you know, she wasn't like seeing the forest before the trees. And so, you know, it was really wrenching. It was cringeworthy at times to see her and the way she was moving and how she was so naive or just didn't, she wanted to remain oblivious. But then when she decided at first to commit to divorcing Anthony, I was so proud of that because when they had that quack of a doctor that they were seeing, you know, I can't stand because I'm glad they got rid of her. You know, she at some point was saying, you know what, Anthony, I appreciate your apology, no matter how sincere it was or not. You know, I think that, you know, she felt like the counseling sessions was an anchor towards them building a friendship, being amicable after the divorce. And she was really standing in it. And she was really like, you know, more into her evolution. And I was so proud of that. But now she's regressing back when she left that door open, like Addison Park said, you know, it's like, what are you doing? Like, why? I just don't like the regression
of that part. Okay, it looks like what they're trying to do is when I see that, and it's a good question. What I think they're trying to do is it's one of those girls or men who you will have a woman or you have a man and you just can't let it go.
Yes.
I think that's what Emma play with the Amber character. She just can't let it go. Like you like, dude, just let go the girl, man. You know she
yes.
You know that she hard. You see what she do last week, and you still have her around. You just can't let her go to realize that she is not great for you.
Yeah, and the thing is right, and that's a lot of people when we have this, and you see Amber beautiful, stylish to the T, you know, successful, and she even said to Shayla in her face that she could another Anthony when she could. She seemed like she knows she could do better, but for some reason she still don't believe that she deserves any better. You know,
she's trying to play the role of. There's a couple things going through the character right now, and they'll give me more character things on it. One is that they're trying to say that she is staying because she doesn't want Shayla to get
yes.
So in other words, a competition thing. So she don't want the man to win. Number two, she wants to stay married because she wants to be this perfect wife. She keep mentioning that, so there's evidence of that. The whole idea of this, hey, I need to be the perfect wife. Number three, there is a level of, and this happens to men a lot. I don't know. I'm seeing it now with Amber character from a woman's standpoint. We tend to hold on very long to marriages.
Yes.
Because we have been cultured to hold on to, even when I feel.
Yes.
When he fears first marriage, trust me, he hold on pan it and him have it a hang on, even when it's done. Till eventually, okay, it's over. But it take a while for you to release all of that. So realize that that's what's going on with the Amber character. She can't let go off it to realize that it is done. And you won't see it that easy when you're just coming into it. But I realize that that's kind of what they're playing with it. Over time, she's seeing these things.
Yeah, so and I think it is. And I think it's also a superficial factor as well. Even though she has her money as well, but Anthony, you know, the $250,000 wedding that was, you know, that was crap. I don't know where that money went. But anyway,
lifestyle.
Lifestyle also. But also because she also, I don't know, like, I mean, I know her father seemed like a stand-up guy. I want to give more backstory to her relationship with her father because she always emphasized the fact that Anthony was such a good man, and I didn't know how to receive it at the time. I didn't know I didn't feel deserving of a good man. Anthony wasn't a good man. What makes him so good? What makes him such a good man? Other than his looks and his money.
It's just her way of thinking it. And some
it's charm. It's charm. I think it's his charm. I think.
Again, it is just Amber's understanding of marriage in her mind that's exactly what marriage is. She has these thought processes, and that's why she has spoken to us, the audience, and said we need to stop holding on her feelings, and we need to leave her to have her own feelings. So she has these thought processes. It's like we have a thing about failing in marriages, and I think that's what Amber is processing. She don't want such a feel. She don't want to say that the marriage has actually failed, but it failed. And sometimes you have to say it failed and call a spade a spade. We don't like those disappointments.
Absolutely.
You understand? So
Absolutely.
we don't want the disappointments of failing in our marriage. And a lot of what I see in the Amber character is a lot of that. And women sometimes play that, and a lot of men play that. When they don't want to see the failure, trust me, I have friends who, good God, look for when they're supposed to leave the woman alone and them nah leave her. Right? I've had probably one girl that was supposed to leave. My friend them tell me a long time, honey, leave that. Still there, you know what I mean? You still try, hope you can fix her, and you know, you know the fix it mentality, and you must know to fix it. Where you think you can fix them. You believe that something tell you that you are the one true changer.
You change them, yes.
If there's ever a changer in the world, it is you. Something tell you say, you have been ordained. We don't know by who. So that's what I think it is.
Okay, but no, that's a good perspective. But let me I'm gonna just have a little fun with you, Oneil.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Now, so because we kind of in a nutshell kind of gave the audience an understanding of the storyline, right? Because that's like the main one. There's so many of them. There's so many in the Kountry Wayne universe. So if you're able to tune in, do so, because they're very entertaining and frustrating at the same time. So
everything.
All right. So now I just want you to. I'm gonna give out a couple of, since we just focus on this storyline here. I'm going to give you some scenarios, and I want you to give advice to, based on the scenario I give you. I want you to give advice, but hold on, this is just a kick here. I want you to give them advice in your patois voice.
In my patois voice, okay. Yes, hopefully I understand.
Well, no, you can translate. I mean, you can translate.
I will.
All right. So, Shayla telling Anthony, in order for you to see your son, there's a price to pay. You need to buy me a house. What advice are you going to give Anthony?
No buy no girl no ass house. No buy no girl no house. You're not supposed to buy no girl no house, because listen to me, man. You already have paid money to her, so there's no reason for buy her no house. And that just simply means there is no reason for Anthony to be buying her house. He's already been paying for everything else. Why would I be buying her a house? If he were to go to child support, right, he'd be paying about $3,000.
Yeah.
In comparison to what he's paying right now. He's already paying for the apartment living. He pay the bills them there. He pays for the child's food, schooling, whatever it is. He paying at least $10,000 per month, which is about $120 per year. Why would I be? Listen to me. 120 means you're in the what now? 10th percentile?
Yeah.
For doing nothing but having a kid. What makes you more special than every other woman that have a kid?
Now, Anthony allowing Shayla to abuse him physically, mentally, emotionally. Anthony calling him weak, kicking him in the right butt cheek, throwing things at him. Her mother mushing him in the face, and him being kicked out of her apartment that he's paying for, and just him walking out so easily. So, what do you say to him? Anthony not having a backbone and just allowing these things to happen to him.
Idiot. You're going to have jelly back, my youth. Listen to me. Let me tell you something, my lad. You can't have no girl come and go and them want to come put them foot on your dog. No foot, no for them on you. Especially them yellow foot, they will pay that.
Oh, that sounds sexy as hell. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And that simply means, listen to me, man. You don't allow any woman to put them hands or them foot on you at all. Just like how you're not supposed to put your hands or your foot on a woman. Don't allow them to do the same, because I don't believe there should be any abuse at all. So, I mean, that's what that is. The double standard. And how dare her? You know what I mean? Yeah. How dare you take an emotion from her? As far as I'm concerned, he needs to stay at him. Go to court. Go on a court, because at this point that is, man, long time, but you can't have a girl put them foot on you. You pay them foot, them, man. They must be mad. Listen to me.
I love it. I love this. Go ahead.
She would have never see back her foot if she put it. If she kicked me, she would have never see back her foot. So if that's just what's going on right now. Don't you dare.
Yes. So now, Amber went through what she went through. Best friend, sleeping with her husband cheating on her, you know, or like most of their marriage, having a child as a result of that marriage. Hey Lolo, hi, thank you for coming. And so enduring all that pain, and Anthony still being disrespectful, still being cocky and arrogant about it, not really having, I don't, you know, neither one of them being fully remorseful. But yet she still stayed, she's still enduring this. Go. What if I
Lego the boy? Lego the boy. Lego the boy. Them know exactly me I say already. Lego the boy. That forget Lego long time. A long time Anthony forget left right now. She have to left that. She have to find a next man. She need to get a next man right now. She need to link Joe Grind. You understand?
I love it.
The people call him Tyrone. The people here call him Tyrone. We call him Joe Grind because he's on the grind. Yeah, him always a grind. So him have to grind it in. So you know it work already. So we don't play no dolly house. No boy can't play dolly house with no girl. Yes. So that's what's going on. So that's what I want. In other words, what I want that to mean is that Amber should leave. Amber needs to be leaving and be playing no work about it. In fact, I think she could get one of the other men who would treat her much better than all of this. She could have gone long ago. Because if it was my sister or my daughter, whatever it is, I couldn't see her taking all of that. I understand that she was doing these various things before, but come on. Baby.
Right, exactly. That's why, right. Let it go. I mean, let's let the marriage go. Like, just, you know, put in the coffin, right. nail in the coffin. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Get rid of that.
Yeah. Because it's really, I mean, I do understand sometimes. I think Wayne is kind of using his experiences, but now it's getting to the point where, yes, we understand it's a skits, we understand it's entertainment purposes, but we have the right to discuss these things as if we were in it. Like, okay, we have the right to be passionate about these things because we're talking. Maybe, you know, it's like watching the soap operas, watching our TV shows.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. It is a TV show. It is a soap opera that we're watching, and I love it. That's what I'm saying. I'll always give him the support as long as he brings morally sound content on there. Because hey, I mean, it's fine. Me support it. People say, no, I mean, I'll stop. I'm gonna watch. What else am I gonna watch? There's the other things are a bunch of white content.
Wayne and the actors, they're still gonna eat.
Yeah. Let me watch. The deal is this. I could go and watch Netflix, but let me give Wayne the time and the dollars on YouTube so that the actors and actresses can get paid. But no, I'm upset to them too, but trust me.
Yes.
I would prefer to give them the support and watch them and play the videos for them and push things out, whatever it is. I just do this because I love black culture, man. I want to see black people make some money. So it is what it is. They make money every single time they come on.
Yes.
That's me. I'm gonna support my own.
Because that's how you get more of it. You get more of it from us, by us.
That's correct.
You know, that's the support matters. That's correct. Yes, and you getting fed as well too. You know, by doing commentary on this. So keep it going, O'Neil. But thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Amber played joke with the man long time, and she go in him head long time. She slap him. Yes. Please, yes. She needs one of those. Yes. In the name of Jesus. Oh yeah. Also, another one. I got another one, O'Neil. Go back to the patois thing again because I have another one. Amber inserting God like a lot of people do that nowadays. They want to use God to justify her decisions. What do you say about that? Oh God. Left God out on the stuff, please. Them tend to put God in them business. Oh, God tell her to do this and God not tell Amber to do nothing. God and Amber, nobody mix up God. They always put God in it. Sometimes I have to call God myself and ask him. I have to go phone him and ask him, God, when you tell Amber this? Because we wonder. We have to wonder. Sometimes I have to wonder, when all of this happened? When did God tell her these things? I don't believe God has been talking, telling Amber.
O'Neil, I don't think you and I worship the same God. I don't know. I mean, I think it's different for us.
I don't know what she's talking. I don't know when God told her all of those things. I don't think God make her do all of that. And I know some people say, I thought it was the Job story, but it's not the Job story. It's not. Because, and I'd say it's not the Job story because I think the Job story is something different than what we're seeing here on screen. We're seeing a lot of level of force, Some of what Amber doing to me is a lot of force and is a lot of willfulness. So in other words, it removes the biblical words of the biblical phrase of thy will be done and not my will be done. So if Anthony keeps going over and be mother house, thy will be done. That's the same need for me. Yeah. I'm forced to come back over yourself. It's just that's the idea. It's thy will be done. We can't stop you. You're going to go do what you're doing. We cannot thy will be done.
And and don't you think? And I would think that if you could just talk to Amber for a moment, since you know God so well, you have the scripture down. You're such a praying woman, but don't you think that God is giving you these red flags for a reason? Duh. Exactly. I mean, you dove head first into reconciling with this man and did not even allow him the opportunity to take any ownership, any accountability. Right. You haven't given him the chance to earn his way back to you. And you're going to get into all this stuff, but you don't understand the red, the maroon, burgundy flags that are given to you. Do you think God put those things in front of you?
A lot of different things. It's like that. Okay, Charmaine says, Oneil, God talk to all of us if we ask him questions and listen diligently. And that's the thing. I think God has been. I think God has been speaking to Amber for a while now. When I watch a series, that's what I see.
He's been showing.
I see. He's giving her evidence of what's going on. You can't. The one thing Amber can't say, she hasn't gotten evidence. That's the one thing she can't say. The one thing she can say is that she has gotten evidence of who the man is. No. Let's see. Let's see if she she take whatever it is. So far, she looking good. We love the fact that she was today. She looked good today, by the way. She looked very good. She gone good. She hot.
Yes. I love that. That top was singing.
Yeah, her face look hot today. She have on the weave still. I mean, too like white woman ear weave. You know what I mean? Not that it's not against white people, but it's weave.
No, it's this weave. It's weave. Yeah.
But me like black hair. Me love black woman hair. Regular hair. Other women don't like show it up, but I like to see it. And black men love it. More than women think. So, but nothing wrong with that. Nonetheless, she looked good. Her face was very nice. She was very relaxed and calm, and so we love seeing her today. She looked good today.
Yeah, she did. And so all right now, Mrs. Peart.
She knows. She right there. So same way, so she watch me. She now.
All right now. All right. So there you have it in a nutshell. So that's basically in a nutshell. One of the storylines that Oneiltv reviews, among others. So please make sure you subscribe to his channel, support his channel. I'm going to have his information in the description box as well. So please make sure you support his channel. He gives a perspective that is professional as well as hilarious, as you can see. He adds his music flair to it as well. Don't be surprised he pull out his guitar and give his commentary as well. So that's some of the stuff we've been looking at on the Kountry Wayne skits and these Kountry Wayne streets. So shout out to everyone in the Kountry Wayne world. Shout out to all the content creators that are doing content in these Kountry Wayne space, and also shout out to the content creators who are in this space as well. Thank you for being here, supporting us as well. And so, Oneil, I want to know, before we go any further, what do you got going on now? What we got? Anything to look forward to in your life, in your journey?
I think I want to do something for the channel. I want to do a musical performance for the channel because people ask me to sing, and I'm trying to work on this for y'all guys. Trust me, I'll try work on it right now. So I'm trying to get a videographer, number one, and I'm trying to get a band to see if him can play some music for us. Yes. No, I'm just trying to look at the venue and just trying to get people in there. It costs a bit to produce, but it's fine. Hey, I'm going to produce it for the channel. I feel like y'all deserve it.
Yes, it's going to be live, right? Live music?
I want to make it live. So, yes. In other words, we have to kind of watch how I put it on the platform, but I want to be able to do that on the platform. Just give me a little bit and I'll tell you the date that I'll be doing it. And then I'll just kind of make it and put up live, and we'll just play it live right on there. And we'll just enjoy it. We'll just enjoy it together. I want to do that for the channel outside of what we're doing now. And I'll try to produce some other little content I want to kind of do for the channel itself. So don't worry about that.
Yeah, I love it. I love that. And that's why you need to get your social media, get the Instagram, get the Facebook, you need that too.
You don't put it in. All right, I'm gonna get the Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, you do. You really do. Because that is like the marketing that you can't go. There's no way around it when you're marketing yourself in this way. There's no way around it about social media.
I guess I can. You see, now you said that. No, we do it now. But I think I come on these because I just love them. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Like I love the people that watch. All of the folks that watch it. But I know what you mean. I just want to make sure I said this. I love the people that watch me and the people that interact with me because we learn so much from you and you learn so much from me, and we get to talk and I get to meet so many of the people through the screen, which is just kind of the greatest thing for me ever.
Right. That's what brings more traction if you have the social media and and all the typing in the chat that you do that annoys me. By the way, I just want to let you know that I'm sorry.
But I do it. So I do that because
you do it so often, like every 5 seconds. Do you think? And I'm like, oh my God, we can hear you, Oneil. You can just ask the question and let the people in the chat respond. You don't gotta be typing like I'm like, oh wow.
I'll tell you why I do that. Sometimes if I'll say so many things, I realize that sometimes I talk so fast that maybe I'm not very understandable.
You just fine. You're very clear. Type, do you let me go matter of fact, let me type in the chat.
Do you like well it's I don't know. I will try to be better. I'll try to be better. I do that because
so much. You don't have to do that so often. It's like, oh my God, oh my Lord. And you have like 1,300 poll questions to ask. I'm like, I understand you want to be, don't get me wrong, I don't mind the engagement. I mean, I love it, but it's like you don't gotta do all of that.
You don't have to poll you guys so many times. He's polling us too many times. It's a social worker in me. It's a social worker in me.
And I'm a case manager as well, so I get it too.
You see, it's a social worker in me. I try to make sure I'm like very clear as much as possible. I know what you mean. I type it in there because people tend to. Sometimes it'll make you see them. I said right now. So sometimes what it'll do to it'll make sure like if somebody just came in and they didn't see the question and the question pops in there. And so they'll see the question based on that, or I'll try to like center the conversation in one place. So that's why I do it. But hey, y'all will tell me.
That's just my. Excuse me. This is to the Oneil fans. It's just my opinion, okay? I see that you like it. If you like it, I love it. Okay, don't throw tomatoes at me. It's just my opinion. I think I'm not saying to stop doing it. I'm just saying don't do it so much.
I know
that's what I'm saying.
That's understandable.
All right. I just want to make sure I clear the air because Lord, I don't want to be
smoke.
I don't want no smoke. Thank you. I don't want no smoke.
No. I type up just because of that because it's kind of cool. You know what I mean? Like I get a chance to, and the pollings help to. Okay, I poll a lot because I feel like polling is data versus like me, and I'll tell you what I mean. It's to make sure that it's not my opinion that's dominating the conversation.
Right. I understand.
So when I poll you, it's to say, all right, you know what? I think this, but then I'll be like, but you sure everybody think that? You know what? All right, fine. What do you guys think about this? That's literally what it is. Right. So now you are now able to say no, yes, and I'll be able to look through it and be like, well, maybe everybody don't think so. If you know, sometimes I'll respond, oh, I guess y'all don't think that particular thing. I would know that if I didn't poll it. So that's kind of what happens some of the times,
But that's why they put it in the comments. They comment. They give their opinion in the comments, in the chat.
That's why I do that. Because I think people need data more than anything else. And I'm very data driven. I love data, because if you don't know the data, then you kind of won't, realize that something's going on. It's like that marriage data then. I didn't know this data that, like our community get divorced more than anyone else. I didn't know that. I never know, say we have the most marriages, meaning Black community. And then you're like, well, why is that? Why are we getting divorced more than everybody else? What makes us any different than anybody else? Aren't we people? Why are we divorcing and everybody else are still married? That's what I mean. So it's over time I've realized that those things matter. Now you can start seeing the numbers. All right, well, hey, let's pull up a fact. What's the fact? All right, guys, let me poll this. If I poll this, you'll realize that this is the case. If you know, it's like sometimes when you even talk about like from a male perspective, if I poll something, you'll see the males post certain things and the woman will say, oh, I see. It's maybe a man thing, it's not a woman thing. Or sometimes I'll think something and it's a woman thing. I'm like, oh, I see. Women respond this way. Oh, all right, never mind. You know what? Y'all win. I get it. It's more of, the women will respond that way. So that's all I do it for.
I totally get it. No, I understand your intentions, and and that's something that that makes you, great at what you do, and on YouTube as well as outside of that on your professional career. So I get it. I get it, Oneil. All right. Like I said, Oneil and Oneil fans, please. Like I said, don't bash.
No, she's just asking why, and it's a good question. I wanted to answer the question today because I saw your type before, and I'm like, well, but if it's not them now, interact, and I'm like, no, I make them interact. In fact, I love the mini live. Let me explain it. Oni loves the mini lives. Because the
Angela,
mini live.
all right, Angela, don't come at me, Angela. All right,
No,
you know, you and I, we here, Angela. All right, now we here.
That's fine. It's all right. Don't come. And listen, I love the mini lives because the mini lives in the night gets a chance for people.
Yeah, I like those too.
To vocalize like whatever they respond to. Like
yes, I like
the thing with the skits is that when we do the lives, and that's why I make sure I'm trying to communicate more, and I'll type just like you typing, so that way there's no difference between me and you. You know, so I'm not over talking your typing, right? And I'm responding to the words that you're saying. What I think it does is it allows people to get them thoughts out versus keeping them in. That's why I love the mini lives. The mini lives, I love them.
Me too. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I like that concept. That's a good idea.
And I don't know how I get it. You know, it's one day I was like, you know what? Ah, boy, these videos are getting too long. You know what? Let me just make it a mini live. I'll make it very long, but we'll just go mini live.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I mean? So
good stuff. Good stuff. No, that's good concept. So yeah, keep it going.